Just one glass in.
If you're going to write to these ladies, learn how to write and talk with them honestly. My style of writing, they like a lot because I tell them not just what's going on, but it's like telling a story.
All my friends already know there's no reason.
Our planes landed about the same time at the airport in Valencia, Spain. So I get off my plane, I find which baggage carousel I need to be at, and I know what her flight number is, so I'm looking up, waiting to see where she's going to be picking up her baggage. Just so happened her carousel and my carousel were side by side. So I get my luggage and I'm standing there and I'm watching for the people to come off of that flight and walk to that carousel. And of course I spotted her as soon as she came into the area. And I had planned just to wait and see how long it would, if she would ever see that I was there. It took her, I'm thinking a good maybe 10, 15 seconds to find me.
Wow.
And very similar to what happened with Joe. She came walking towards me very, very, very fast, but she didn't trip over anything. But she did come into my arms and we hugged, and it was just absolutely the best hug I'd ever had.
That's so nice. That's cool. You know what? One of the reasons is because, that would have never happened if you would have just kept writing. I tell this to guys all the time. If you don't get on the plane and you don't try to make something happen, it can never happen. You'll never get that hug. You're never going to get that. I mean, right, Joe? You see all these guys and they just won't do it.
Mm-hmm. And it's amazing how, you being the owner of the company is telling these guys, don't write so much, get on the plane, go over there and meet them.
I say it all the time. I met my wife at a social, you probably know, and I never wrote a letter. I mean, I just met her at the social.
Yeah, but she didn't like you.
She didn't like me at first. It took a while to watch champagne. Okay, I'll give you that. Thank you for reminding me.
All my friends already know there's no reason.
That's why I found writing was an easier way to go, because it gives me more time to get them to like me.
But you at least did it, okay? You wrote a lot. But you were able to meet her, actually, a couple others, and there's another lesson there too, because you were writing to others as well, and you met two others, but there just wasn't that spark, right? It wasn't a chemistry. It wasn't anything was wrong. It was just It wasn't right.
Exactly. There has to be that spark, and these ladies were very nice. They were attractive. There just wasn't the spark.
Yeah.
And
chemistry. When you know.
When I agreed to go meet Olga, I was actually writing to two other ladies, and now, of course, they are very aware of the fact that Olga and I are together, but they still want to be friends. They still want to communicate, simply because of the fact, like I told you when we first talked, John, I give good letter. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to write to these ladies, learn how to write and talk with them honestly. My style of writing, they like a lot because I tell them not just what's going on, but it's like telling a story.
But now there's more to this story, because you met, things are going well, but let's keep going here because there's another twist coming up.
Well, Olga and I spent 10 days in Spain. And it was that period of time was not just for us to meet, but it was also kind of a test. And things went so smoothly between us that by the 6th day, we knew we were going to be a permanent couple.
Wow.
Now,
You did all that without champagne?
Oh, no, there was champagne.
Just wondering. Took me a lot longer than 6 days, and I had champagne.
Oh, no, one of her favorite things to do was to go for dessert, and that was champagne and ice cream.
Okay, so you had a little champagne. Okay, you had a little help.
So,
All right, I like
but
that. Okay. So after 6 days, you knew.
we knew, and from my culture, I had brought a pair of claddagh earrings. Claddagh is a Celtic symbol for faith, love, honor, courage, a lot of things. But you don't start a relationship. From my ancestors would get pissed if I started off a relationship without presenting the claddagh. So I did, and she accepted them. Which basically in our culture, that means that I am betrothed, not engaged, but betrothed.
Betrothed.
Oh, that's a new one.
That's a new one. Yes.
There's a difference.
Okay.
The reason we're not engaged is because I didn't have a ring.
Ah, okay.
But we have decided that we are a good couple, so we are going to make it permanent. I am in the process now of getting everything prepared to move to Spain.
Are you tired of the same old dating sites? Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new. Check out our website at
ukraineladies.com.